La La Lounge. You're here to sing with me. My name's Andrea and I'm from Sing Sisters, which is a choir that's been running for about 14 years. So what happened is we didn't want to miss out on the opportunity to get together, so this seems to be the only way right now. Different for me because I won't be hearing you, but hopefully you'll be hearing me, and I'm really welcome to any feedback at the end, so you can let me know how we're going today. So if you haven't seen me before or don't even know me, I've been a performer for about 35 years, a singing teacher for 25 years, and as I said, we've been running the Sing Sisters for a long time, and we'd like to welcome you to the La La Lounge. This is its debut, as they say, and if you haven't been here before, I really hope you get inspired to sing more, because some people are probably out there that haven't sung before, and now you're in your lounge room and maybe no one's even around, so you get a chance to sing. So I want you to sing your heart out. Doesn't matter what it sounds like, just enjoy what's happening with us today. So we're going to start off with a little bit of a warm-up, and the first thing that we do when we're warming up as singers is make sure we're relaxed, because we want to be relaxed so we can sing better. So what I want you to do is just close your eyes, and now just take a breath in and out. Now, it doesn't matter, you can take the breath in through the mouth or the nose. When you're singing, it's usually through the mouth, so you can sing the next word. But just right now, as a relaxation, let's just breathe in and out. And what you're doing is you're just letting everything go. So breathe in and out. Good. Now we're going to take that one step further by putting our hand on our belly button. So the next breath that comes in goes down to where your hand is. So bring that breath in and let it out as if you're letting stale air out. So just bring nice fresh air in to the hand and out. Good. In and nice. Now, if you're getting a little bit dizzy, not unusual, that's because there's lots of oxygen running through your system. So we'll just take a little break and I'll tell you what we're going to do next. Next, we're going to do an F breath. So it's for Fred or far out, and that's the sound that we're going to make after we take the breath. So on 3, we're going to take a breath and then we're going to let it out on a for Fred. 1, 2, 3. Now, I don't know how long your breath will last. Some people's breath can go further. Some people's breath can only go for a shorter amount of time. But there's no right and wrong, because we're all different. All our bodies are different. All our lung capacity is different. So we're going to do it again on count of 3. And you can just F breath for as long as you can. All right, bring it in. 1, 2, 3. And if you stopped, that's fine. If you've got still more in there, keep going. And we're going to finish anyway very soon. Well done. Now that's something you can actually practice. So you can be anywhere waiting for someone or something. You can just stand there and take a breath in and F breath out. It's really good practice, and it will eventually, do it long enough, it will actually improve your singing. So we want that to happen. We might as well do that while we're here having some fun. Now, the other thing I want to talk to you about is percussion, because when we sing, each note has a value. Some are fast, some are slow. So this little indicator, you'll see it on your screen right now, gives us an idea of the sounds and the timing of the rhythm. If you have a look, you'll see the first one, which is Pop-Tarts. So if we just say Pop-Tarts and we clap it, it would be like this, Pop-Tarts. Right? Say the next one would be Hot Cocoa. All right? So we've got Hot Cocoa. So we're going to continue to go through this quite slowly. I'll do it first and then you do it. Okay, so let's start with Pop-Tarts. Pop-Tarts. Good. Hot cocoa. Scrambled eggs. Chicken nuggets. Pork tenderloin. You following me? So I'll say it, I'll do it, and then you do it. Okay, the next line. Cinnamon bun. Strawberry jam. Apple turnover. Barbecue chicken. Pizza casserole. Oh, I did that wrong because I've never had a pizza casserole. Sorry, we'll try that again. Pizza casserole. All right, next one is carrot sticks and dip. It's a fast one. I'll do it slow enough so we get enough time. Carrot sticks and dip. Good, you're doing well, I think, I'm hoping. Beef ravioli. Good. Rice crispy cookies. Must be American. Rice crispy cookies. Rice crispy cookies. Right. And then we've got pancakes maple syrup. And the last one, cinnamon applesauce. There you go. So that's just a nice way of how working out the note values. Some are fast, some are slow. So if you ever see sheet music, you'll see that each stick with the circle has a different meaning in its value of how long you hold it. And that's just a fun little exercise. I'll have that up on the website for you to practice if you like. Why not? Because we can. So next, I'd like to talk about the resonation, which is where in our body the sound comes from, right? So if you have a look at the screen now, you'll notice a giant. Now a giant would say fee, fi, fo, fum, but he would say it from his belly and it would sound like this. Fee, fi, fo, fum, right? So now we're just going to explore where the sound comes from in our body. We will get to more singing, don't worry, we're just warming up while we're doing this. So let's start with a fee, fi, fo, fum, nice and deep. After 3, 1, 2, 3. Good. Okay, you feel it in your belly. Now, if we were a queen, our sound wouldn't come from down there. Usually, it would come from around the heart. And the queen would say, excuse me while I have a look, I rule this kingdom. Now, she would say it from around here, so it's probably about here. I rule this kingdom. After 3, your turn from your heart as if you're a queen. 1, 2, 3. Nice. You feel it? I rule this kingdom. It's coming from around here. Now, if you were a knight, it sort of would come from the face. And he would say, from this area, I will slay the dragon. You can hear it's quite forward and it's in the face. Your turn. Good. The next one's a bit of a fun one. This is the witch. Now, the witch always sounds like she's coming through the nose. How we know that, I don't know, but we're assuming. And so this is the nose and this is the sound. I'll give you an example. Try this apple, little girl. So you can hear it's all the way up here. So I want you to try it after 3, as a witch, through your nose. 1, 2, 3. Do it one more time because it's fun. Okay. Then the last but not least, we have the lovely princess. So she's actually quite progressive princess because she says, I too will slay the dragon, the father. But she says it from right up here in her forehead. So it's not nasally, it's not sounding like the witch, but it's quite high. So when we go later on to sing high notes, this is sort of where the area we're going to sing them from. And she says, I too will slay the dragon, father. So you can hear it's all the way up there. Well, after 3, 1, 2, 3, I too will slay the dragon, father. So you can hear that the sound's up there. So when we're singing, you notice that we have different places where the sound comes from. So if you're singing a low song, quite low, then that sound would be coming from down there. If you're singing a higher song, it's coming from up here, but it's not higher song, which is the nasal. So all I want you to do is sing where you feel it comes from, okay? Because it's about just getting into it. So let's do a warm-up. Now the words are, my mother makes me mash my mini M&Ms on a Monday morning. So let's give that a try. I'll give you an example. My mother makes me mash my mini M&Ms on a Monday morning. But I think that might be too high to start with because we haven't actually warmed up yet. So let's start nice and low where we started. My mother makes me mash my mini M&Ms on a Monday morning. And then I'll go up. My mother makes me mash my mini M&Ms on a Monday morning. We'll do that and we'll just keep going up. Now you might find that you can't go as high as I go. Doesn't matter. Stop where you feel you want to stop because there's no right and wrong. There's some people that can even go lower. There's some ladies in the Sing Sisters that have some lovely, rich, low voices. We like to see if you're looking at, if you're out there, girls, you know who you are. All right, so let's give that a go. I'll do it once and then we'll start and continue. My mother makes me mash my mini M&Ms on a Monday morning. Here we go. Your turn. All the way up. 1, 2, 3, 4. My mother makes me mash my mini M&Ms on a Monday morning. My mother makes me mash my mini M&Ms on a Monday morning. My mother makes me mash my mini M&Ms on a Monday morning. My mother makes me mash my mini M&Ms on a Monday morning. My mother makes me mash my mini M&Ms on a Monday morning. We're going to take a break just for 1 sec so you can get your breath back. Don't want to stress yourself. Have a drink. If you've got a drink of water there, it's always good to keep that nice and moist. I just needed to get something happening on the computer. All this technology is really, I love technology though, so I'm going to make sure we get some really good videos out there now that we have time to do this sort of thing. And we're going to continue with My Mother Makes Me Mash, but we're going to go higher from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. My mother makes me mash my mini M&Ms on a Monday morning. My mother makes me mash my mini M&Ms on a Monday morning. My mother makes me mash my mini M&Ms on a Monday morning. Keep going. My mother makes me mash my mini M&Ms on a Monday morning. 2 more. You can do it. My mother makes me mash my mini M&Ms on a Monday morning. Good. Oh, we're getting warmed up now. Getting warmed up for those songs, I can tell. Now, this is a classic song, and I'm really hoping you know it. If you don't know this song, that's okay. You can catch it probably by the second round that we do, so we're going to do it twice. As you can see, it's Do a Dear from The Sound of Music, and we might have learned it at school, who knows? But we're going to just sing it all together now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do a dear, a female deer, ray, a drop of golden sun. Me, a name I call myself. Keep going. Far, a long, long way to run. So a needle pulling thread. Good. La, a note to follow. So tea, a drink with jam and bread that will bring us back to dough. Good. All right, do you remember it now? Okay, we're going to go again. I might do it a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do a dear, a female deer, ray, a drop of golden sun. Me, a name I call myself, far, a long, long way to run. So a needle pulling thread, la, a note to follow. So tea, a drink with jam and bread that will bring us back to dough. Do a dear. Keep going. need me. Lovely. So good. Love, dear. Hey, that was it. Good on you. Okay, well, hopefully you're still in there and having some fun. Let's move on to something else. Now, these songs I have chosen, we have the technology, let's hope it's on. Bear with me because this is the first time I've ever had to do this live and coordinate what's going on. Good. Hopefully this will work.
Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a fateful trip that started from this tropic port aboard this tiny ship. The mate was a mighty sailing man, the skipper brave and sure. 5 passengers set sail that day for a 3-hour tour. A 3-hour tour. Oh, when it started getting rough, the tiny ship was tossed. If not for the courage of the fearless crew, the minnow would be lost. The minnow would be lost. The ship set ground on the shore of this uncharted desert isle, with Gilligan, the skipper too, a millionaire and his wife, a movie star, the professor and Marianne, here on Gilligan's Isle. So this is a tale of our castaways. They're here for a long, long time. They'll have to make the best of things. It's an uphill climb. The first mate and his skipper too will do their very best to make the others comfortable in the tropic island nest. No phone, no lights, no motor car, not a single luxury. Like Robinson Crusoe, it's primitive as can be. So join us here each week, my friends. You're sure to get a smile from 7 stranded castaways here on Gilligan's Isle.
All right. Wow. Okay, good, good, good. All right, let's just try it ourselves. No vocals.
This tiny ship, 3-hour tour.
Fun with that one. We'll do something from the same era. Actually, it was probably black and white, believe it or not. Gosh, this is the Beverly Hillbillies. I'll let you hear it first and then I'll play the backing. Okay, here we go.
Come and listen to my story about a man named Jed. A poor mountaineer barely kept his family fed. And then one day he was shooting at some food, and up through the ground come a bubbling crude oil, that is, black gold, Texas tea. Well, the first thing you know, old Jed's a millionaire. Kinfolk said, Jed, move away from there. Said, California is the place you ought to be. So they loaded up the truck and they moved to Beverly Hills, that is, swimming pools, movie stars, the Beverly Hillbillies.
that sounds okay. So now we're going to do it just with ourselves, no vocals over the top. So you've got to try to keep up. It's pretty fast, but I'm sure we'll be fine. Here we go. And there we go. Hey. All right, so next one we have is, Mr. Ed. You remember it. Have a listen.
Hello, I'm Mr. Ed. A horse is a horse, of course, and no one can talk to a horse, of course, that is, of course, unless the horse is the famous Mr. Ed. Go right to the source and ask the horse, he'll give you the answer that you'll endorse. He's always on a steady course, talk to Mr. Ed. People yakety yak a streak and waste your time of day, but Mr. Ed will never speak unless he has something to say. A horse is a horse, of course, and this one will talk till his voice is hoarse. You never heard of a talking horse? Well, listen to this. I am Mr. Ed. A horse is a horse, of course, and no one can talk to a horse, of course, that is, of course, unless the horse is the famous Mr. Ed. Go right to the source and ask the horse, he'll give you the answer that you'll endorse. He's always on a steady course, talk to Mr. Ed. People yakety yak a streak and waste your time of day, but Mr. Ed will never speak unless he has something to say. A horse is a horse, of course, and this one will talk till his voice is hoarse. You never heard of a talking horse? Well, listen to this. I am Mr. Ed.
All right. Wow. Okay, good. All right, let's just try it ourselves. No vocals, just you and Mr. Ed. And that's about it from Sing Sisters right now. Thank you very much for joining us in the La La Lounge, our first debut of singing from your lounge room. And as I said, any feedback's welcome, good or bad, I can take it. So we'll see you next time at the La La Lounge. See you later.